Jay Reed up in the house, coming at you with the hits that won't quit, non-stop with all the R&B and hip-hop. I got my boys Outkast up in the house representing, you know, the new album. You know, we're gonna hit y'all with this video and come right back. Peace out. Jay Reed up in the house. I got Outkast up in here, you know what I'm saying? The new album. What's the name of the album, baby?
Aquemini.
Yeah.
Aquemini.
Aquemini. I want to thank y'all for, you know, tuning in to joining the show, actually, you know what I'm saying? They're coming up and we in Chi-Town, you know, catching them on the low.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell us something about the album.
First, okay, I want to introduce myself over here. You got Big Boy, the Aquarius, half of the group.
Yeah.
And on this side, you got Andre 3000, the Gemini of the group. Y'all know what it is.
All right. Tell us a little bit something about Aquemini and what the meaning behind Aquemini means.
Well, Aquemini was actually like a blending of both of the signs, the Aquarius and the Gemini, like letting people know that like two totally different worlds can come together and make this music, you know. And then at the time, we had some people, you know what I'm saying, running around talking about it's Outkast gonna break up because we were so like, you know, like totally like opposite, you know what I'm saying. Some people be calling it the odd couple or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, that's our formula. It's always worked like that, you know what I mean. So we just let them know we here to stay. Yeah.
What's the difference between Aquemini versus the last album? How did you see yourself? Do you think you matured, you know, versus the first couple albums that you made?
Most definitely. We feel like every album we have to like recreate ourselves or whatever. So this album right here, I say, is more like Outkast Extreme because I mean you got the feel of the first album, then you have the feel of the second album too. But it's like all like melted into one, and then we like just like put a lot like an amp on it. You know what I'm saying? Like turned it up because it's that time to get live. You know what I mean?
All right, let me get Big Boy over here. What you think about the album?
It's just like, it's great, you know what I'm saying, the lyrical content, you know what I'm saying, as well as the music, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, you know what I'm saying, this guy like the ferocious lyrics of the ATLiens album mixed with the complex music of Southern Playlist of Cadillac music, you know what I'm saying, we're just trying to really revive the whole hip-hop game and keep this thing fresh for y'all.
All right, let everybody know when that album dropped.
The album dropped on September 29th, it's in your stores right now.
You ain't got it?
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got it, you're laming out on us, you're laming out.
Name some of the featuring artists that you got on the album.
On the album, we have Goody Mob. We got Raekwon the Chef. From the Wu-Tang, we got Erykah Badu. We got George Clinton. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's 14 cuts, everything action-packed and brand new, straight up.
All right, we're gonna get a little personal with Outkast. You know what I'm saying? What do you think the difference is between the down south flavor versus the East Coast or the West Coast flavor?
Well, really, growing up, we listened to all that, you know what I'm saying? We grew up listening to East Coast and West Coast, so we love it all. And when we go into the studio and do our music, I mean, we just don't take in mind, you know, we got to have the beats that's banging for them East Coast heads, but at the same time, we have to have the musical element of, like, the West Coast. So, like, the South is like we put it together and make it soulful. We bringing that funk back like we always did from the first album, you know what I'm saying? Southern Playlist of Cadillac funky music, you feel me? And then ATLiens, you know what I'm saying? It was on some extraterrestrial type funk. This right here, you know what I'm saying? It's like extreme, Outkast Extreme.
All right. Let me ask Big Boy a question.
What's up?
Do you think hip-hop is losing its originality?
Yeah, it was losing its originality until you got groups like Outkast, Goody Mob, and it's like the Wu-Tang. You got groups like Scarface and groups like that who come back and revive, you know what I'm saying, to keep the game fresh, you know what I'm saying, for those to come out, you know what I'm saying. It's like when you come into the hip-hop game, you got to just make your stuff totally different, you know what I'm saying. It got to be dope, but it got to be totally different from anything you might hear on the radio or see on your video shows or whatever.
You heard it, Big Boy. And Dre, we're going to go to this first video, come back. We got Outkast up in the house, y'all. Jay Reed.
Believe that.
I'll tell you, the G's thing going on. That's Superman.
Yeah.
I done had to hit Swift up plenty of time. Swift be loud and nasty sound.
Audio, mic check.
That boy got to tighten up too, man. I'm serious, man.
He be out there fucking around.
Yeah. Making us look like some fool.
Yeah. The after party in effect. Outkast up in the house. You know what I'm saying? We in Chi-Town kicking it.
Yep. Yeah. Aquemini is the name.
Aquemini. All right, check this out. There's a lot of you guys are supposed to break up. You know, back. That's what the word was. Was was there any trueness to that?
Oh no, they was just like saying like from the surface, like I mean, Dre is totally different from Big Boy. Big Boy is totally different from Dre. How can they stay together and do this music? I mean, but you got to think, man. I mean, what make Kool-Aid so good? You know what I'm saying? It's like you got the packet that's sour as hell. Then you know what I'm saying? Then you got that sweet sugar, and it's totally opposite. But hey,
when you put it together,
hey, it be on.
Good to go with.
It be on.
With a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Can either one of you ever see yourselves going solo?
No sir. I mean, the combination wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the chemistry. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? But it wouldn't be fire like we want it.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask Big Boy a question. What do you think about the sampling, genre and the tracks, the older tracks and the new cats coming out?
It's really nothing really too much wrong with it, you know what I'm saying, as far as like sampling goes, but some people get out there and they abuse, you know what I'm saying, and use no creativity whatsoever. They might take a whole song from the beginning, 3 seconds to the ending, you know what I'm saying, 3.5 minutes, just busting all on somebody else's beat, you know what I'm saying. But what Outkast like to do is we like to do creative sampling, you know what I'm saying. If we sample a horn riff or some kind of drum kick or a snare or anything, a hat, you never know where it came from because we alter it so much to fit what we doing that is Outkast, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, it's like, we do sample, but we do creative sampling, you know what I'm saying. We don't do sampling where you can identify none of our music, you know what I'm saying. Most, you know what I'm saying, 99% of the time, you know what I'm saying, like Southern Playlist of Cadillac music was sample free. H.E. Aliens, I think it had like maybe, I don't even think it did one sample on the whole album. And this particular record right here, we produced like 8 out of 14 cuts, and all the cuts we produced, we used no samples. Mr. DJ, our third member of our production group, Outkast, produced like 3, and I'm gonna let Dre elaborate on that.
All right, Dre, what's up, baby?
Hi! Alright, it's like this. I mean, we trying to get this Earth Tone thing off the road, so that's going to be like the future of Outkast. As far as our production company, we're going to be bringing groups up like the same way we came up, so be looking forward to them. Like,
hold on that thought. We're gonna ask y'all about the future, and
Alright, then, we're going to hold that.
We're gonna go to that video, Rosa Parks.
Let's do it then. Okay, Rosa Parks, you know what I'm saying? You can see totally like 2 totally different worlds, you know what I'm saying? We cranking that thing up, you know what I'm saying? It's like a good time, feel that thing. Let's get into it, let's go.
Jay Reed up in the house coming at you with this that won't quit non-stop with all the R&B and hip-hop. Outkast up in here.
Yeah, hyper speed.
Just end it up, man. Ask y'all about y'all future. Jay Reed up in the house. We got Big Boy and Dre up in here. Outkast.
Jay Reed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slipping like banana peels.
Dungeon family, what's up with that?
The Dungeon family back at the crib, you know what I'm saying? That's our family, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is, a group of musicians and artists, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do our thing, man, just trying to stay up out these streets, man, and try to do something positive.
All right. On the business side of rap, what do y'all see yourselves in 10 years down the line? What type of plans do y'all have?
Well, really, I don't see us like rapping for like when we get really old. Because it comes to a point in time where you have to say, man, you got to chill out, man, you know. But you can make music forever, though. I mean, you can be 80 years old on the beat machine. If it's jamming, it's jamming. You know what I mean?
All right. What you think, Big Boy?
So I think, you know what I'm saying, we're going to start the production company starting in early 99, you know what I'm saying, Earth Tone Productions. We're going to bring out some new groups, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to give y'all, like, new groups, you know what I'm saying, just like how Outkast came to the table with the whole Southern Playlistic feel. We're going to give y'all a whole new fleet of artists, you know what I'm saying, that's coming out, you know what I'm saying, from ATL or wherever. So it's like, we're going to be behind the boards, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, putting these beats down on them, and then look for the new Outkast album coming out. We done already start baking that cake, too, so that's in the oven, you know what I'm saying. So while we working this one on the road, touring and coming to y'all cities, doing in-stores, hollering at y'all, and seeing how the people, you know what I'm saying, feeling and doing, we're going to also be working on a new record. So, you know what I'm saying, we're going to just try to keep busy.
All right, let me do a little background check on y'all. What inspired you want to get up into the rap game? Into your career?
What it was is basically the love for the music, you know what I'm saying. It's like both me and Dre hooked up back in high school, you know what I'm saying. We were both like separate MCs at first, and we hooked up, combined the group Outkast, you know what I'm saying. Outkast being different from anything else because we'll never really want to be associated with nothing else out there, you know what I'm saying. So it's like when we made our group, what we had in mind is that we wanted to make dope music and be original and non-conformist to the whole music situation, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to keep on and continue to do.
What's up?
What We over here tripping Outkast. Aquaman, we gonna keep on plugging the album, you know, because
It's in your stores.
Yeah, man, go on pick it up, man. Seriously.
You know
I mean, it's what, 14, 15 cuts deep. You know what I'm saying? We got even a bonus cut on that West Savannah. If you ever heard the Outkast snippet tape on Southern Playlist of Cadillac Music, you gonna love that West Savannah.
Yeah,
okay?
Material,
all right.
All right, man. Peace out, y'all. We gonna get up out of here.
Greetings, earthlings and skirtlings.
Peace out, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you, my dear.
Percolate.
Just percolate.